And so we will take some time to discuss key narratives from the book, applications for college settings. Also, we will have a Q&A section, and then perspectives from the publisher, as I mentioned, along with a raffle drawing, which we will disclose the winners of after the event today. So without further ado, I would like to pass it on to Kim, who will welcome everyone and lead us into the book.
Welcome, everyone. We are so glad that you could join us today to hear about the work that Scott Bledsoe and I've been working on for the past few years. And I'd like to open up our time with a reading. And the first reading is on Tristan's story. An excerpt from the quote is shown on the screen. And note that as I read it, the words will fade. At any time, please feel free to shift your attention from the screen and just focus on the words. I come from a public high school of about 3,000 students, and only about 7 to 10 people were white. In terms of my cultural differences, I was completely shocked coming to this campus. A lot of that influenced the way I approached the beginning of my freshman year. I did not feel welcomed necessarily, but it kind of goes both ways in that I didn't allow myself to be welcomed by those around me. In my hall during my freshman year, I was 1 out of 3 minorities. So coming from a high school of minorities, I didn't know how to interact with white people, and I held so much of myself back. I was always told during freshman year, oh yeah, the community here is awesome. But once I got to campus, I didn't feel that sense of community. I feel like I had to always smile and pretend to be happy. But honestly, I felt left out all the time. A lot of times I'd see people in conversations and try to enter into them, but it was never something that I related to. And whenever people would talk within the group, no one would ever make eye contact with me either. And that made me feel like my humanity was just taken away from me.
I remember when I first heard Tristan's story and how much it impacted me. As a white male who attended college many years ago with mostly other white students, I didn't have the same experience from a racial standpoint, but his story touched me and really helped me connect to his journey on a deeper level. Now I'd like to invite you all to listen to a key paragraph in the first chapter of our book, which is itself a welcoming and invitation to take part in the storytelling process. As Kim said earlier, part of the text will appear on the screen. Our stories make us unique. Some are laser focused, pointing their light in singular directions that build on specific goals and outcomes. Others are more like floodlights that spray their beams in 1,000 different directions. To cultivate this process of illumination, our stories need to be nurtured, told, listened to, and written down. When they touch the lives of others, such as during times of storytelling, we often find that ours take on deeper meaning as well. In a sense, narratives are like soft clay that can be ground to dust or shaped into immense figures.